Hello everyone, it's me and today I'll be discussing about my updated MyHeritage DNA results. So these are the ethnicities I got. They look a bit much more colourful now and you can tell which regions I've got based on what I'm highlighting here. So I kind of expected most of it, some of it, but I did think I was only 5 to 6 ethnicities. When I was younger, my mum said I had British and Irish in me on my dad's side. And that's what I thought. I thought I would only get, but I have no English, so this is what I got. Maybe most of it comes from my dad's side. The only ethnicity I have matches for every ethnicity except North African. I could click here and have no matches for this. So you do not have DNA matches with this ethnicity. I think they improved by, you know, organizing things more. I think they're much more organized or compact with their on their database than they were before. But the percentages are quite questionable still because they haven't. I thought they would change some of the percentages, but they haven't. So that's pretty sad on their part because that's their fault for not changing. But I'm not here to accuse anybody, but I just do think they need to do more with it. So I never expected to have Jewish in me because, you know, I just didn't really think of. I thought Jewish is just one group, but it's not. There's lots of Jewish people around. I thought it was only like those Jews that you see with the curly hair and that. But there's some people who are Jewish, but they don't dress like a stereotypical Jew, basically. And I always thought I had about this ethnicity. I thought I had a Mesoamerican and Andean. It was only 1.2%. I think that was. I thought. I kept thinking I do have some sort of Native American, maybe Aztec or, you know, Mayan or something like that. No, I did get interested in it because I watched a documentary like like more than 6 months ago about how the Mayans, Aztecs built their empire and that. It was on Channel 4, but I know you're living in different parts of the world. No, I live in the UK. So you can listen to music, but I'm not doing that now. And you can find that I always thought I had that, but I think, like I said, 11 ethnicities is a lot really for one person to have. Because I always thought you're not from everywhere really, but I was pretty much wrong about that. Or anybody who thinks that is pretty much wrong. And I did keep thinking, who has Native American? It could be from my mum or my dad. But I kind of couldn't find out because I don't really know who has that. So I guess it's a statistical error on their part. Or it could be my unassigned DNA, or it could be another type of DNA that they couldn't really find. That they've mismatched or something. I'm not sure. But I kind of think they need to look into that and why they've given me that. So, so you can see here that basically these regions are. Let's click on genetic groups, confidence level. So you can read this. Now they managed to find out 2100, 2100 plus geographical regions, which is quite awesome. And there's a lot to find out in someone. And I don't have any low ones because otherwise this would change. And this is the medium and this is the high. You can see that's changed because only these areas are highlighted here. So I might go and click on that now. I'm going to change it back and click on those additional genetic communities. It's a bit like what Ancestry and 23andMe does in terms of their communities. But I didn't go for the big boys because they were kind of out of my price range. And I did want to take them, one of the two, but I'm conflicted. But I mainly wanted to take 23andMe because I think they have lots of information about things like ethnicities and migrations in general, like DNA, information about DNA and all that stuff that you can find out. That's why I want to take 23andMe for that reason. But I might take it in the future. I'm not entirely sure. Or I may never take it at all. So I'm going to, for West Asian, I've got some regions here that they've matched me with. So I'm going to click on that now. So in terms of the timeline, it says 1900 to 1950. I think they're not called Turkey. It's before the countries that were called Turkey. I think they were called the Ottoman Empire, as far as I know, or as far as I can. I did research about it anyway, like genetic groups and that. I'm quite curious about knowing about my heritage. So I always thought I would be Nigerian and British, but it wasn't really the case. And I think my dad did pass as a European. I think that's why I thought I might get English. And I look like a stereotypical mixed race person. So the first one is Turkey, number one, and it has a group ID on it. And it's about this genetic group, Turks in Turkey. And it tells you how many kits were used to form it. It says 1093. That's quite a bit, you know? And DNA kits linked to this is 288, and the confidence level is high. So let's try and make this bigger and see what this is about. So I haven't clicked on it yet, sorry. So the yellow parts are more, if it's predominantly yellow, I guess this means that this is where you're migrating, where you're from, or where your family has lived in that. It's quite significant, you know. Like, I think I'm more or less from here based on how, or here, because look at the yellow dots. Then you click on 1950 to 2000. I think they're still there. Because this, I think I might still have matches here that I've tested with MyHeritage that live around here and that, or could be from there, or somewhere like that. They lived all over Turkey, which is quite, because Turkey's quite a big country thinking about it, you know. And Germany, that's quite interesting. But I'm trying to wonder which city they lived in. There's Berlin, there's Cologne, and Germany is quite an important country, I think. You know. So the second one is okay. Let me go back. Sorry. To 1800s to 1850, nothing's changed. I don't think. Look at how small these dots are. They're not really coloured. In 1850 to 1900, it's quite a jump. Like they lived everywhere. I think they moved around quite a bit. You can see Sivas, I guess that's what it says, and Malatia and all that stuff. All the other ethnic cities and places, regions, and part of this region here as well. But these, I think they're more confident on those. So I'm gonna go forward here and just say Ankara, Izmir, and Bursa. And this is a medium confidence level. So it's still here, this place here. And it says Ankara, Bursa, and Izmir. It's like a triangle. So I think these are quite close to one another, even though they may seem far, but I think they're close on this map. It's a bit like a triangle shape, a weird isosceles triangle here type of shape. And go number 3, and it says Central Turkey, and I guess that's the same region that they pointed at on the others, like I saw on the other pages, previous pages. So I'm thinking this is the region here. I think it's near. I'm not going to say this because I may get it wrong because I'm not going to pronounce that. So. And it says medium again. And Malatya and Syria. So I have Turkey again. This is Malatya. And Syria, which is Aleppo, which is down here. So I think they came from Aleppo. Some of the ancestors have been living in Syria or they're from Syria, but they moved like to these areas as well. So it says Turks in Turkey, Malatya, and some in Syria, Aleppo, and it's medium. So you can make it big. So Aleppo is quite a thin. I'm not sure if it's the capital or not. And it's here, and they've moved. I think they moved here to Turkey from Syria. I think that's. I'm guessing that's what might have happened here because you know we all come from one place. We're not from specific places. We're from many different regions here. So Turkey too is another high one. And it says Turks and some Greeks in Turkey. So some of the Greeks. So I may have Greek as well. Because you know I think the very dark regions are more likely to be the areas where the Greeks have come from. and even Bulgaria as well, or Syria as well, because I did get Aleppo. So some, I think, it's more stronger here. So let's click on that to see if it could go bigger. Yes, it's pinpointed here. This is the same. This is the same place as before. And Netherlands. Well, I saw this on Christmas Day because I was messaging one of my matches, and she's like an extended family member of mine, a cousin. So we're like second cousins, second to fifth. But I'm not mentioning anybody's names here. But I know who this person. This person knows who they are, and it's in Netherlands, Gelderland, and well, I'm not going to try and say that one. And I'm guessing that they've moved. So they were in Germany initially, top of Germany. Yes, the border here. I think that's what it is. I'm not good with reading maps, but I think there's borders. Yes, I was right. There's a border here. I'm not sure where this region is. I might have to look into that and find out. So I'm not sure. It can't be from my mum because my grandparents moved. But they didn't go together, but they moved from their country to London. So it can't be my grandparents. It's not from my mum's side. I believe this is from my dad's. But I was actually born in the UK. I was born in the UK and I lived in the UK all my life. So it can't really be. I don't have any Dutch in me. I never spoke this language before or been in this country before. And it's a medium confidence level. I'm really curious on how they managed how they managed to detect that in me, in my DNA, because I just am curious about that really. Or if you have any comments or questions about that. Or if you have any suggestions as to the reason for it. But I can only give you one reason. It could be from my dad's side. And I have a lot of questions. If I meet my dad in real life, I want to ask him where our family came from and all that stuff. Because I never really known him. Because he's only been in my life twice when I was younger. But that's a story for another time. And we shouldn't get into personal. I shouldn't make this too personal, so. And another, the final one is Northern Greece and Turkey. So this is also medium confidence level. And to make this bigger, and they said Turks and some Greeks live in northern Greece and some in Turkey, which I don't think that's. I think it doesn't really quite make. I'm suspecting that they're talking about some of the Turks and the Greeks going to one place to the next, from one place to another. They didn't really stay where they were. I think that's how patterns really work here. Because not many people stay in the same place. Or lived in the same place and lived in the same village or same city or whatever. Same town also. They moved here. It looks like this region up here. It's quite next to Macedonia, North Macedonia and Albania. And there's Athens down here. I'm not going to say this. I'm guessing Thessaloniki. I think that's the area here of Greece that they're referring to. And the borders as well, you know. There's one island here, there's another. You know, there's the Aegean Sea. I'm guessing this is kind of what they're trying to say here. And there's a little bit here as well. This is another Greek part of Greece. I think this is part of Greece as well. And it does say in the bit of Bulgaria, but that's not what they found. So they lived everywhere, quite frankly. It's not just one place. We all come from different. We're all like a mixture of different things. I think that's what they're trying to say. But I do question the accuracy of their tests. So I hope you enjoy watching this video, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you want to get any more videos like this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.